Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. You have seen a few videos on my channel talking about manifestations and law of attraction. The name of my channel is Create Your Own Reality. Now the reason why I have given this name is because I am on a journey after 15 to 16 years of experience in the corporate sector. I currently feel I am saturated, I am burnt out. I feel that my mental health is somewhere getting disrupted. Not just the work stress, the toxic work environment, office politics, toxic colleagues, people talking behind my back, rumors, uh, people trying to demean my work to get the promotion that they don't deserve by showcasing my work. Even bad bosses, to the extent where there are posh cases, prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. These are all policies and processes which are as per name there in the rule book and the regulation book of the organization, but in actual reality these are basically just words written on pen and paper, nothing else. Because the corporate environment is so toxic that and there is always this situation where your boss commands everything. When we are studying in MBA colleges, or when you are studying in your respective colleges, you are taught between distinguishing a boss and a leader, and what are the traits and everything. Let me tell you something. If you are working in a corporate sector, maybe you are already aware of it, and if not, if there are people who are going to get into a corporate sector maybe down the line in some years, let me tell you, these are all bookish words. In reality, there are no leaders. You will not find one single person who is capable and competent of being a leader. Most of them are bosses, and are ego driven bosses who would just harass you, make you slog like laborers and slaves, and at the end of the day will leave you with insults, peanuts and humiliations, and you cannot do anything about that, because the circle at the top is always the shittiest, and they will collaborate all against you and never give you that promotion, the break, the career growth that you truly deserve. Plus there are corporate politics. There are people who would get good promotion and grades and salary revision just by sheer flattery, by being spies of bosses, channeling information from here to there, would create a toxic environment, would make someone the scapegoat, the one who doesn't know how to play politics, would target that person, make that person the scapegoat. So all these sort of shittiest things goes on in a corporate sector, and over the years I've seen it all, been through it all, and I have actually been on the end of burnt out. I am basically a 40-year-old woman currently chasing a career in a corporate after a lot of education and qualification, to just find out disappointments and hopelessness and frustrations in the corporate sector. It is all fake, nothing is real in the corporate sector. Plus I have responsibilities at home. I could not get married because I could not focus between work, chasing jobs, chasing promotions, and also fine tuning my mind to finding a life partner. These don't balance with each other. The reason why I am creating this channel is there are many people like me out there who are facing these exact same problems, and I am here to discuss this with all of you. It's like a safe space where I am sharing what I am going through, and maybe you can share, and together we can work out of it. Over the last 16 years, and especially over the last 6 years being stuck in a very toxic work environment in my current organization, I have faced so many things that my stress level has gone up higher. On top of that, my parents were not well. My mother was hospitalized innumerable times, because of which I could not leave my job, and I kept taking in more stress, and due to stress I kept on gaining weight. I also, to ease off my stress, I couldn't find a balance, I couldn't find anything to do, and I junk ate my way out, and it did not help me, it did not help my health, and it certainly did not help me mentally. So today I am creating these videos not just to talk to you about what I am going through, but I am on a journey to transform my life, to take back my life. 5-6 years back, even 10 years back, when I just entered the corporate, I was a completely different person. I used to be fit, I used to look gorgeous, I used to take care of myself, I used to focus on my hobbies, reading, painting, dressing good. But now I just barely get out of bed, drag myself to work, and just sit at office hoping that the day gets over without any bad thing happening to me. This is how toxic the work culture is. And if you've seen around over the last couple of months, you will see plenty of cases where young people, healthy people, have either had a stroke due to huge work pressure, or had a heart attack due to bad workplace politics and toxic environment, or maybe brain stroke or some of the other ailments. And it doesn't stop, and it will not stop until we do something about it. People talk highly about mental well-being. This is a concept that is thrown around loosely too much nowadays. But what are people doing for mental well-being? There are plenty of videos on YouTube talking about mental well-being, leaving the corporate sector, finding your own food, doing some kind of a business. But you see, most of these advices are coming from people who are in their 20s and have never entered the corporate world, probably even studying or graduating, or have not finished graduation. They are giving out these advices, and which are not coming out of experiences. It is not easy for a 40-50-year-old person to just walk out of the corporate because of toxic environment. They have responsibilities at home, they have families to take care of, EMIs to fill, they have children to take care of. Probably most of the children are going through education phases, so that's a huge investment. They have probably mortgage, loans, EMIs. So how can someone just walk out like that, listening to an advice of coming from a 20-year-old? So I'm not saying that means you need to be stuck in that environment and harass yourself, or go through that grind forever. But at the same time, we need to chalk out a way how we can come out of this. After 16 years of work, stress and everything, especially after the last couple of years, I have over the last couple of months, I went into a self-reflection mode and started thinking, is all this really worth it? Is all these troubles, are they really worth it? I mean, would it give me some kind of a leverage in my life? Every single day, every single time I face these kind of environments, I just feel that my life is like chipping off every second. And if I am probably made to live till my 70s, every single experiences are so heartbreaking that I feel that my life is just shortening. And someday, with this huge stress and high levels of cortisol, I will either fall sick or maybe die someday. Some people even commit suicide out of extreme frustrations and depression. And this is probably a realization because of which I have decided that I should do something about it. I should stop here, because at the end of the day, it is just a job. If I die tomorrow, the company will not think about me twice. It will immediately get a replacement for me without even thinking what the person has contributed. If I fall sick tomorrow, no one from the company is going to come and take care of me. It is my family members who will have to deal with my loss, my sickness, my failures. And there's also another feeling that I've been getting, that all these, the salaries that we get, we are practically living from paycheck to paycheck. Ask me why I am saying this, because I feel that the moment you're out of your job and you don't get the money at the end of the month, even if you, let's say, if you've got some savings, how long will you survive? 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 year max to max? After that, your finances start depleting. No matter where you invest, how much you invest, it's stagnant money, and stagnant money depletes. So which means at the end of the day, after studying so much, getting into a corporate sector, working as a white collar employee, my status becomes a blue collar employee, like a labor, who gets paid on a daily wage or a weekly wage kind of a basis. And after all thinking about all these things, I have spent sleepless nights. I have cried nights. There are times when I've sat inside my car during work, the working hours, and I've cried. Now many people can say, why don't you just leave the organization? It's not that simple. It's not simple to get a job after a certain age. Let's be very practical. It's not very simple to get a job after a particular amount of salary. And it's definitely not very simple to just walk out of the job when you have responsibilities, EMIs, loans, taking care of aged parents, children, so many things. And we keep hoping that someday we will do it, but at the end of our age, we'll find that we have never done it. We have not started it. That is why I've started this YouTube channel, Create Your Own Reality, because I want to embark on a journey where I want to go back to my old self, take control of my situations, take care of my mental health, my well-being, come out of this toxic work culture, and transform myself, because I feel that I've lost touch with myself. So what are the things I have done to I have started maintaining a journal. That's the one thing I've started doing first. The first thing, when I realized, I actually woke up, got myself a journal, started writing down everything that's been bothering me, whether it is work, whether it is family pressure, whether it is responsibilities, everything that has been bothering me, I have started writing down. And then I have started writing down what I need to do to come back to my old self. And it's not, these kind of transformations do not happen overnight. It's a bit by bit transformation. And the good part is, because I'm going to go through this transformation on the camera itself, so you can see the entire transformation that I'm going to go through. If you look around, you'll see my room is very messy, partly because I cannot focus on my self. I could not take care of my surroundings. I am basically like a machine. I get up, I sleep, I get up early in the morning, I get ready somehow, regretting to go to work every single day. I take a shower quickly. Whatever I find in front of me, I wear. I don't even bother dressing up. Half the times I look like a crazy person, maybe. I just grab hold of my bag and my laptop, and I leave for work. Sometimes I don't even have breakfast. Sometimes it's on the go. I'll just have a smoothie on the go. I can't sit and have a proper breakfast. I don't even have time for that. I go to office and I'm always late because I feel like I'm dragging myself. I'm losing out on energy. I'm losing out on ambition, hope. Every single day I feel I want to stay in bed a bit longer, just a little bit longer, 5 minutes longer. I just want to embrace my pillow, but I can't do that. I feel like waking up in the morning, having a slow, quiet morning, sitting with a cup of coffee, maybe talking to my parents, but I can't do that. And I quickly rush to work. The traffic is maddening because everyone is rushing to work. You have to reach within that time, or else you are marked late, or else your salary is deducted. That's how toxic the work culture is. People are risking their lives to go to office anyhow, and do the time punch. Indian work culture is very toxic, and I am in Kolkata. Kolkata's work culture is the worst. So let's not get into that. I'm just saying what I go through here. And then at office, you have toxic colleagues who keeps talking, bickering behind your back. You know, from insecurity, there would be a lot of things they will go and say, oh, she cannot do that, or he cannot do that. Why? Because that's stemming from insecurity. Boss would be yelling and shouting at the top of his voice, not doing anything, would be just doom scrolling reels and making you slog like an donkey throughout the entire day, and at the end, and humiliating you at every single opportunity he would get. Some bosses even take advantage of female colleagues, female subordinates by so posh, as in sexual snides, comments, trying to flirt with them, and you cannot report to the HR. Heck, I am the HR, and I have been through that, and my boss used to do that, and I could not file a complaint because my boss felt that he's above the law. Not just that, the company doesn't support harassment cases at work. In pen and paper, it'll be all there. But have you ever seen someone in a company who is raised in harassment case and some kind of a relief has happened to that person? Usually, if a woman raises an harassment case against their boss, at the end of the day, situation turns out to be such pathetic, where people start talking about her behind her back, where the boss harasses her so much. Even the team, if the team changes, the other bosses do not want to take her. Ultimately, she's cornered so badly, and terrible rumors are spread about her, because of which she generally tends to resign. And this is the case in most organizations. I'm telling you, if someone puts their hands up and say, no, this doesn't happen in my organization, well, you're an exception. Have you ever wondered that all these slogging that we do in a corporate environment is mostly to fulfill the dreams of the management or the people who own the company? What about your dreams and wishes? Who takes care of those? Well, no one. And you are the only person who can do that. So we'll come to the next vlog. These vlogs that I'm starting are going to be like a journey plus a daily diary, where I'm going to talk about not just work plus different kinds of experiences, life experiences, and how I am trying to mentally balance myself, bring my sanity to a level where I can handle these things. I'll come back to the next vlog and tell you more about what I have been doing. Till then, bye. This is Shiny signing off.